What's going on, people? Welcome on into Unsportsmanlike Conduct, where you once again have the A team, the original duo here. I am Steve. As you can see, 56 days until Giraffe Day, Timmy. I got Timmy T, as always, right on over here. How's it hanging, Timmy T? A little nice little shirt there, Timmy.
If you would have told me over a year ago that I'd be wearing a WNBA shirt, I would say you're out of your freaking mind. But
describe for the audio only listeners what you're wearing.
I am wearing a Caitlin Clark shirt because number 22, Caitlin Clark, because she is awesome. And even when she does nothing, she's fantastic because she gets under the skin of everybody. So that's the kind of person that just makes me laugh. So I dig her. I actually can't wait till that starts again.
That's it. Those are the games that sell out. Those are the games people go to. All right. So, like I said at the forefront here, just the two of us today. We got a little bit of NBA stuff to talk about. We got a decent amount of NFL stuff to talk about with the combine starting. Potential injury to potential number one pick. Craziness, madness over the last 24 hours. Will he? Won't he? What's happening? Breaking news on the Pat McAfee show today. We'll get to that also. And then I wanted to do this QB wheel thing. I wanted to, Ant gets involved with his QB games. Wanted to get him involved in this, but we can dig into that a little bit too. But before we get to that, obviously, we got to play the amazing edited video. Let's do it, Timmy. Let's get to it.
Do it.
Mahomes plays it. Start the party, Los Angeles. Your Dodgers have won the World Series. Batter number 18 has been secured. Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup.
Acknowledge me.
Ooh. I thought that was our breaking news thing.
That's our launching. That's we launch into the show with that there. We haven't had the troll on for a very long time. That's the kind of like the segment or what's going on there.
I had a sticker. I got to take off the sticker. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy that leaves stickers on their shirts.
No, nor should anybody be that guy that leave stickers on the shirts or their hats. No, nothing down.
Remember that back in the day, it was the sticker stayed here, the sticker stayed underneath.
Yes,
the tag was still on.
So annoying now.
How people used to be like, "Took my tag." You get into a fight because someone took a tag off your hat.
Yeah, like how? But as you can see by your reaction to the tags are super annoying now.
They are. Look, times change.
Tag was free. Bought a I don't remember what shirt it was, and I put it on, and from here, there's this long ass tag, like a CVS receipt underneath. Like, who does that anymore? It's terrible. There's your cranky old man segment.
Yep. There's your old man segment for today, everybody. Back in my day, we wore tags on the hats, and we liked it.
All right, let's jump into stuff that's going on in the NFL right now. There's two things that are kind of at the forefront. It's the NFL draft, and with it comes what's going to happen with some of the veteran quarterbacks that are around the league and the openings from various teams at the quarterback position. And one that is near and dear to our heart, not foreshadowing what our opinion is on this, but because the Giants are heavily involved in the rumors for one Matthew Stafford, which I don't know why the Rams got pretty damn far this year. I don't know, unless they're completely pivoting in another direction. And don't ask us for the number 3 pick. That's all I ask of you. Do that. But overall, Timmy, if for a reasonable asking price, and I'm not saying for the 3 pick, I'm not saying a pick swap, the 3 for the 26, because that takes us in the wrong direction, I think. But in a decent trade offer, do you take Stafford on the Giants? What's your outlook here?
I like the Stafford and Cup deal. I
Actually,
like
saw
that deal. That's the deal that I would take. And I would for the number 3 pick, absolutely not. Him and Cup are not worth that together. We could do so much better with the 3rd pick. I'm a little excited though. I mean, if this goes through, yeah, I'm a little excited. I think he's still got a couple good years left on him, and this will help us transition into, drafting maybe another quarterback, a younger quarterback later in the rounds or next year, building them up. Let him sit behind Stafford, get good. Giants don't seem to do
action.
That. Yeah, Giants don't seem to do that. So I'm for it as long as it's not for a hefty price, and by a hefty price I mean that 3rd rounder. But I don't want to give him away the next 2 second rounders either.
Yeah, because that was the other thing that was discussed. A couple of second rounders over the next X amount of years or whatnot.
If they want, you know what though, if they get this year's second rounder, next year's second rounder, then they're probably going to want a 3 also. I might do that depending on where they're going to go with that number 3 pick though. Are they going to? Obviously, you're not getting Shadur Sanders or the other dude, Cam. But if I would say if Travis Hunter's gone, obviously he's the guy we want. But if he's gone, I'm trading down for a shitload of picks. Then I'm going to try to get that nice package deal for a bunch of picks. Boom, you start building that offensive line, so Stafford doesn't die week 2.
Yeah, we don't want to kill another quarterback, Tim.
No, we don't need another quarterback to die, and then because then the troll will come out and say, "I told you Stafford sucked," and this is no, he sucked because he's dying. We have no one to protect him, for Christ's sake. We almost killed Eli at the end. Eli almost died at the end of his career.
Yeah,
Daniel Jones never got a career because he was getting murdered, and we don't need to kill.
Daniel Jones died several times.
We don't need to kill Stafford too. So I'm for it, all for a certain price. I would love to see Cup come with him because that's an automatic. That's an automatic. They know each other.
Yeah.
Neighbors.
With neighbors. You got a guy in the backfield now that came out pleasantly surprised us, can catch the ball out of the backfield too.
Mm-hmm.
And then you bring in another veteran wide receiver or T. Higgins, whichever one you want.
They have the money. If they won't have the money for T. Higgins.
It's T. Higgins, Cooper Kupp. Look at us. Look at us out here. Yeah. This is what 7 years, 8 years, 10 years of Groundhog Day does. We want Cooper Kupp and T. Higgins and Matt Stafford.
And I want everybody all of a sudden.
All right.
No, I like it though. If they're not getting that number 3 pick, as long as
it's definitely intriguing. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because the first, I don't remember what I listened to a few different things on this, and the very first one was the pick swap, the Stafford coming to us, and the 26th pick for the number 3 pick,
no.
which like hurt my soul because and the other point of it is that if there's any team out there other than the Jets that needs some type of stability at that position, it's Stafford, and he could provide that over the next 3. I think he wants a 3-year deal, so he can provide that.
How much?
Sure.
How much you giving him for 3 years?
You know what he wants.
What does he want?
He wants $50 million a year.
150. See, I'm in the 120 range, 115.
Yeah, just escalate it down, give him incentives over the last couple of years.
I would take a page out of the Dodgers playbook and be like, listen, we're gonna pay you 30 years from now. But yeah, I don't know.
His best friend, Kershaw, for the Dodgers. Figure it out.
I wouldn't mind 115, 120, 150. I mean, I guess that's just your asking price these days.
That's what it is. Wait, what was it that Anthony sent the other day? QB salaries.
Oh yeah, which is like that Daniel Jones deal don't look that bad anymore.
Yeah, right. Because where is it? Like Jared Goff is at 53 a year. Tua is at 53. Trevor Lawrence is 55. And would you take Stafford or Trevor Lawrence over the next 3 years?
It's
So,
true.
We'll see. It's better the Tua deal. Ugh. Paying Tua $53 million a year, Timmy.
That's just a ridiculous amount of money, no matter who it is.
And Jordan Love sits on the bench for 20 years, and then here's 55.
Yeah,
Here
exactly.
you go.
Holy shit! You can't throw. Here's $55 million.
Yeah. And then, of course, Dak leads the pack. So if Dak is setting the tone at $60 million,
which is Jerry Jones completely destroying the quarterback market.
Oh, for sure.
By giving that idiot that much money.
They screwed everything up. And then you got, obviously you got Deshaun Watson making 46. Kirk Cousins, older. He was coming off a torn Achilles, and he still got $46 million, $45 million. Josh Allen's at 43. Poor guy. How's he surviving out there? How's he surviving? So Stafford made $40 million this year. $40 million a year. So all right, so we'll see what happens with that. Obviously, that ties into a lot of different things. Like if the Rams decide to keep him, a whole lot of other things, open up, and different possibilities. But if they decide to let him, trade him, that's a massive domino, and that's like shockwaves throughout the NFL because a top tier quarterback.
That's the one that everyone's waiting for to happen.
Yeah, and the Rams signaling a change in direction.
Then the dominoes will start falling. Yeah, because there hasn't been much noise as far as other teams. So I mean, not anything major, except for Aaron Rodgers getting denied by all the teams he wants to play for.
Yeah.
Other than that,
it's begging to come back with the Jets.
Yeah. Other than that, it's been pretty quiet.
Yeah. I thought I saw. I want to confirm this real quick. That, and of course, a lot will be made of this. With the Raiders, the Brady is saying it's not accurate. There were reports that Brady went to meet with Stafford, but Brady, well, not that Tom Brady would say, "Oh no, I would never tamper with another player." Imagine that shit the first offseason as owner. You lose your first round draft pick, you were tampering. Stafford.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him.
Oh, but that's another big thing that's being talked about is that the Raiders obviously in need of a quarterback yet again, and that Brady's obviously going to be heavily involved in picking a quarterback. And does he say, okay, Aaron Rodgers, come on over? Somebody, because I don't know if Brady wants to start off right off the bat, and plus you got Pete Carroll, who's how old? He's going to be the oldest coach in NFL history during week one. Does he want to bring in a Shedeur Sanders and build from there, or does he want to bring in a guy he knows can run an offense? Can Tom Brady keep Aaron Rodgers quiet?
No, nobody can.
No, but what do you make of
he is definitely preparing,
but
he's definitely preparing for his life outside the NFL, his talk shows, his podcast, whatever he's going to do. Yeah.
Forcefully.
Yeah. As far as the Brady thing, I don't know. These days, I wouldn't put it past anybody to do what they have to do.
That's a disaster. I keep on hearing that stupid nonsense.
Aaron Rodgers?
Stephen A. Smith is on Fox News talking about a potential presidential run.
For himself or for Aaron Rodgers?
No, that's for Stephen A.
Dude, that dude is so hated.
He really is.
He won't get 10% of the votes.
He's an ass.
He is. He's out there. He's real out there.
Super crazy arrogant. And he's gonna get paid a whole. Why is he gonna go run for? With the ego. See, we just got squirreled there. But he's about to make $20 million a year, $25 million a year on ESPN with a new contract.
He'll base his entire platform on Jordan being better than LeBron, and and that's what he'll run with for the whole campaign.
All right. Well, all right. So Brady looks to be able to, pick out his own quarterback, and see what happens from there.
If I'm a team like the Raiders, like you said, with a very old coach, a new part owner, I would get Aaron Rodgers and still draft one of those quarterbacks if I could.
Yeah.
This way you have the best of both worlds. You have a guy who can play now, knows what he's doing, could make you a contender, and have one of these kids sit. Not all these kids have to start right away. Not everyone's going to be Jaden. You're not going to get a Jaden Daniels every year. I don't think we're going to get a Jaden Daniels last year. What? Good. He surprised us. Good for me.
Damn. Steph Curry scores 56 against the Magic, hits 12 3-pointers.
Wow. That's an off night for him.
Yeah, right.
How many did he launch though?
Knowing him, probably 12.
He could be 12 for 70. That could be, different, not as impressive.
Let me see here. Pulling up. All right, Steph was 12 for 19 from 3.
Okay, that's good. That's impressive.
He missed 7 threes and 9 total shots. So he only missed two pointers. 12 for 12 at the free throw line, 56 points. Greatest shooter ever. Guy's insane. All right, back to the NFL, sir. Dave did that to us. Stephen A. Smith. Bring up Stephen A. Smith. All right, let's talk Abdul Carter, or the wildness over the last 24 hours. He was going to have surgery, and then here this morning, doctors advised against it. And then whatever's going to happen is going to happen. It's foot surgery. It's an 8-week thing. Should not impact his draft status. And if you look at the boards, it's not impacting his draft status at all. He is right. It's so fun. I was listening to a podcast, and we talk about, in November and December, it's all right. Shador is number one. Shador's number one. Cam's definitely not in front of Shador. And now fast forward a couple months later, and it's Carter, the almost unanimous number one. Shador is now falling behind Cam Ward. Cam Ward looks to be the best quarterback in the draft. Mm-hmm. Now they're saying Shador will drop to the
Raiders.
Vegas exactly. So it's to me, it's like, you think it's like a whirlwind 3 months, the craziness of the draft. So elite edge rusher. What's not to like about him, Tim? Is nothing.
Exactly.
He's
the prototype kind of guy. Hey, if they went to that best available player shit and they drafted him after the whole Stafford thing went down, I would not cry about it.
Mm-mm.
You can never have too many. I mean, as to the Giants teams of 07 and and 11, you can never have too many pass rushers. Good ones.
We invented rushing 4.
Mm-hmm.
He invented it against the GOAT.
Against either way, yeah. But yeah, this kid he's definitely solid. I think everyone got that's why I'm not these two quarterbacks, man. A lot of people are starting to see, I think, they're good, but they're not number one, number two good.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel. I mean, I would put Travis Hunter first. I might throw Carter second. That's how much I'm not impressed. That's why I don't want one of these quarterbacks. I just don't.
And you see Hunter wants it. He wants desperately to be that number one pick. He's selling himself, as obviously as both positions. But we've talked about this. It might be a good gimmick at the beginning, and tossing him out there, but that can't last in the NFL.
No,
I don't think.
Well, Shazam can move. He can make plays. He can extend the play. Yeah, but still, how long can that last? How long can you do that for 60 minutes?
That's what I'm saying. Dart earlier. Stafford Dart connection.
That's
what?
Right.
Huh?
You know how fast I would buy that jersey? Dart. Just dart in the back.
And he's got to wear number 0.
Yes,
the dot in the middle.
that'd be awesome.
All right, so yeah, this is not gonna, this type of surgery that he's gonna have is not something where teams are gonna start shying away from.
Nor they shouldn't.
But for me, I kind of like having unless the GM is not actually going to make the pick, but I like having the Titans having the number 1 pick because they don't know what the hell they're doing. So who knows what the hell they're going to do?
They're looking to sell. They're looking to sell.
They have to, right? Because I think having the number 1 pick is too much pressure for them.
I think draft day ruined a lot of people's expectations on what the draft should be. Because I say it 1,000 times. That shit'll never happen in real life, that movie. I love that movie, but it'll never happen in real life. So stop thinking you're going to make magic with that number 1 pick. You're not.
Right.
But if you don't like the 2 quarterbacks, I say if you don't like the 2 quarterbacks, trade out. Someone's going to take them. Raiders, Browns. Someone will take them. Yeah. But I haven't been sold on them all year. So I'm good with Stafford. And then maybe getting a young quarterback later on. His last name rhymes with Archie Manning in a couple of years.
Yeah. So, all right. So we'll see. Obviously, what happens with that over the coming months. We're 56 days. Where am I at here? 56 days away from the draft. Here, April 24th. So the combine's going on now, so we'll see a little bit more of these guys, and
I gotta take that week off. I just realized I have to take that week off now.
Yeah,
because they're re-releasing Star Wars on the 25th.
Oh shit, yeah. So that's it.
The draft is that's it. I'm taking vacation that week. That's a whole week off just for those 2 events.
Boom. Yeah, so the combine going on, and we'll listen to the experts of the world saying this guy beat this guy by 1/10 of a point, so now his draft stock goes up 10 spots, and now he's in the top 5, and
we'll watch the one who's dumb because he took the Wonderlick and failed it or whatever the hell that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's where and a star is always born. It was Will Levis. At one point,
we've retired Will Levis. He's no longer.
He's really failed us. Failed the show.
He's no longer the show's mascot. So welcome aboard, Jackson Dart. You are now officially the show mascot. We wish you well.
He will forever be known as Mayo, and those flailing passes as he's falling to the ground.
Yes,
and getting screamed at on the sidelines by the head coach saying, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Sorry, Will. We just like the Titans. We have to move on. The show has to move on without you. Jackson Dart is our new favorite pick. He's our new mascot. So, sorry, Will.
Couple other things going on in the actual NFL, and that's a couple one rule change and one potential rule change. They're looking at. I don't think that I haven't seen any ideas for it, but looking at changing the overtime rule again to make it more fair. I just read percentages on this, and from 2011 until whenever the new overtime rules started, I think 2017 or whatever, 52% of the teams who got the ball first won, and now it's up to 56. So now they want to make a change. But I can't imagine it being too impactful here. But that's one.
56 is not a drastic number.
No, it's a 4% increase.
Plus, it's the whole point of winning the toss. That's a big thing. Winning the freaking coin toss. That's the whole point. Why are you taking that away?
I guess I wouldn't mind them doing what they do in the playoffs, where the other, if you kick a field goal, and you have a chance to.
Oh no, I think both teams should get a shot. Absolutely. Yeah. I think I like that a lot too. I don't like the fact you just come in and kickoff guy runs the ball back because and then the game's over. I think that's bullshit.
Yeah, I'm sure there's instances back in the day when there were kickoffs that I can't remember right now. That a kickoff was returned for a touchdown. Game over. Overtime's over in 0 seconds.
Yep, exactly.
The other thing we talked about on the show weeks and weeks ago about the first down marker and was it the Buffalo game?
Buffalo.
Yeah, Allen. So now they are going to use the same sort of technology as is in tennis, where they can see, with pinpoint accuracy, where the ball lands. Now we're going to get that in the NFL. So the chain gang is no more. Just going to kind of chill on the sideline. No.
Yep.
No measurements. No. But I like it. And okay, was really quickly switching sports. Did you hear what Max Scherzer said about the automated strike zone?
No, I missed it.
Stupid. Guy irritates me now. Ever since he left the Mets in a bad way when he said, "Oh, they're not going to compete next year." Blah blah blah. And they did compete. They went to the championship series. You two colored-eyed douchebag. Two games away from the World Series. The Subway Series has been 25 years, Tim. I know I'm all over the place right now. 25 years ago, that shit was. That's insane to me. More than half my life gone.
Seems like yesterday. Oh, don't put it that way.
That's
depressing. You put it that way.
I was thinking about that yesterday. I was like, holy shit, this is the 25-year anniversary of it.
I am going to be 50 this year. So, yeah, that's half my life right there.
Half your life.
That's literally half my life. I was going to say, half my life ago, the Yankees played the Mets in the World Series.
Jesus Christ. All right, well, Scherzer said, can we just be judged by human beings? Bro, you don't want them to get it right? Well, this is about getting these calls correct. But that's all we want, right? You don't want to get screwed by a referee or an umpire on a strike 3 call or Josh Allen, where it was like minuscule. I guarantee if you had that technology, they would have called that a first down.
Mm-hmm.
And then the strike 3 thing, it each challenge is resolved in 12 seconds on average. They tap the hood. You're the umpire the other day. They confirmed the call is the correct call, and he said surprisingly the call was correct. The umpire said that over the speaker.
Well, they got to be pissed. They do have to be pissed about that. But hey, you know what? If they're going to throw out jabs like that, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, no, I like that. Listen, gotta get the calls right.
That's what I would do. I'd say, look who was correct. This guy, strike 3.
Right here. I would do it even more because now imagine that because now you do your very animated strike 3 call.
Mm-hmm.
He challenged it and it's a ball. Now you did your whole spiel for nothing.
After further review, go fucking go nuts. Leslie Nielsen naked gun crazy.
Two other stories, NFL wise, and I'm gonna hit this one first because I don't want to end on this note, and that's Justin Tucker. He's finally speaking out with the 16 counts or 16 different masseuses that have come forward with him, and to add to it. I think we wondered on the show. I might have brought it up, or somebody brought it up. That he had the worst year of his career, and I do think I mentioned when did he find out about it? And other shows picked up on that. They didn't give us the proper credit though, but he had 73% or something like that field goal percentage, by far the worst in his career. And now it's obvious he found out about this during the season, and he sucked because his mind was elsewhere. Thinking about what the hell he did to these people.
Stay away from massage parlors, guys.
Nothing good comes of what's his name? Kraft down here, right up the street for me.
Listen, one or two, three. The women these masseuses come along. You're like, well, I don't know. You're jacking off dudes for money. I can't really get on your side.
Yeah,
16. You're like, oh, Jesus. It's the Sean Watson numbers, man. What are you doing?
And 2 of the 8 spas he was banned in. So it's 8 spas, 16 total allegations. He exposed himself.
So these are legitimate places then where he's whipping his thing out. I think he's getting a happy ending.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Did
think
not
that.
act appropriate.
I don't.
He said. I thought this was a quote from the massage parlor. He did not act inappropriately at any point before, during, or after a massage, nor have I ever been told I'm unwelcome at any massage therapy provider. His wife said, "I love my husband, and I believe my husband, and I love and support him fully."
Until he retired, then kick his ass at the curb.
Give me that money.
She'll do the kicking.
Give me my money. Right. All right. So I mean it's a bullshit, and I think it's pushing the Ravens on that. You remember after what's his name, the video came out, they came out with their no tolerance policy. So we'll see what they do with one of the best kickers of all time.
Isn't that isn't that violence though? Like more towards violence than or just all around misconduct?
Contract. Like I forgot the way they worded it, but just overall, like,
listen, I defended Robert Kraft, and I'll defend this dude too. As long as he didn't physically abuse any of these women, that's your problem, honey. I'm sorry, but
I don't know that they. I don't know about all that.
As long as he didn't physically touch you or put his hands on you or threaten you in any way, I don't think he got a case. I hate to tell you. I mean, my 6-year-old was in Flushing, and every other block was, "Oh, you want massage?
Oh
yeah." It's like and they're not talking about a regular one. So.
No, years ago, like 2016, was up with my wife and my then 5-year-old kid. We were coming back from a Met game, and we're crossing the street, and my wife and my son walked ahead just a few feet and whisper in my ear, Asian woman, massage, come on. I said, my wife is right there, bro. Come on, what are you doing?
My son's like, Dad,
my 5-year-old's right there.
It's like they're everywhere. I was like, yeah, they're everywhere, and they don't give a shit either. They don't care. Yeah. He's like, no, yeah, every other block. I was like, yeah, I know.
That's it. All right. Well, speaking of the push that we were talking about before, we can end with the potential banning of the Tush Push. Now, the number one, fuck the Eagles. So, yeah, fuck the Tush Push. Number one. If it was the Giants, it'd be perfectly fine, A-okay. But the detractors of this play are saying that it's dangerous because it promotes more head-to-head contact. Jason Kelsey said it's brutal. He says this, but he says he loves doing it because he's a maniac. But it's brutal on the body, neck, head.
What's his name from KC? He hated it too.
Yeah.
Whatever his name, I forget his name already. I'm losing my mind. Their best player. What's his name? On defense? Jones? Am I losing my mind?
Jones. Whatever. Who? I was going to say Barkley when you said their best player.
Who's the Chiefs' best player on defense?
Yeah, Chris Jones.
That's what I was talking about. I knew it was. Yeah, he hates it.
It's so fucking frustrating. The Redskins, the Commanders, offside 17 times in a row. What are you going to do? And Mad Dog makes a good point that where that the quarterback shouldn't be pushed behind the line of scrimmage. Like, if it's okay if it's a running back or a wide receiver that's beyond the line of scrimmage and you're doing that push and you get an extra yardage, yeah. But I don't know. It's the Eagles, so I would say screw you anyway. Schlereth, Mark, our boy, has the best reasoning for banning the Tush Push. My best reasoning is because it's successful for the Eagles. Sick and tired of that shit. Well, what was it, Mello? We don't have the blowout of the evening, Timmy.
We will.
It doesn't seem like
it'll come.
One of these Milwaukee's beating NBA. Milwaukee's up by 5. Charlotte's up by 2. Phoenix down by 3. Even 56 points from Steph Curry. That was only a 4-point game. The hockey games, Philly and Pittsburgh tied at 4. 4-3. Islanders beat Boston 2-1. Florida. I saw all these Edmonton fans crossing earlier, blocking traffic. Bunch of bumps. Get out of here, Canadians. Get out of here. That's what we should do in Florida. Just get rid of all the Canadians, the snowbirds. Come down here, choke up our race. He said that if the defense tried to line up that way on a field goal attempt per se, that is illegal in the NFL.
It's true.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Those guys can't even jump over the.
Can't line up over center. You can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't do any of that stuff. It's true. I
Yeah.
agree.
So I mean, there's multiple reasons. Number one being it's the Eagles and it's successful, and then 2 and 3, there's the higher injury potential, which everybody's been trying to get away from. Right. That's why you can't touch the quarterback no more. And then this is good. That's good contribution from you, Mello, tonight. That's good. I agree wholeheartedly. Get it out of here. Ban it.
I agree.
I'm
too.
banned.
It's because it's only a matter of time before the defense does come up with something that the offense is going to hate.
Just take number 50, the 53rd guy on the roster, load up his forearm like it's Lex Luger, and knock the motherfucker out. Remember that shit?
I tell you, it's only a matter of time before the defense comes up with something ridiculous. Steve Spagnuolo will be like, "Oh, they want to run this? Well, we're going to run our own version. It's going to be like something nightmarish for a quarterback or a running back." And then they're like, "Oh, we're going to do this as long as you're doing the tush push. We're going to do this." And that's that.
Yeah. Fuck them. All right, let's touch upon the if we think of anything else in the NFL, we'll jump back. But let's touch upon the NBA here for a couple here. So we start off with my Knickerbockers, the Knicks, playing very well this year. They have struggled against the Boston Celtics
mightily.
Which, my God, I was going insane when they cut the lead to 4. It was 27. They cut the lead to 4. I was going nuts, and then it just that's the point where the air kind of got let out. It's like we can't do this shit.
I was watching it. It was on, and I was like, "Oh, Celtics Knicks. Let me put it on." They're up by whatever. I was like, "Oh, that seems about right. Let me shut it off because they were blowing them out." And then I came back. It was like Jalen Brunson going on a fucking crazy streak. I was like, "Oh,
yeah."
I got to watch the end of this.
Cat finally woke up, and the third quarter they went insane. I feel like the Knicks have just been getting blasted by the Celtics for the entirety of life, except for the 90s. Because I remember, I don't remember what it was. It was a Christmas Day thing, but I was at this, these random fucking memories. They're there. I remember being at my brother's house for either Christmas. It must have been Christmas Day, and it was when the Knicks really sucked. It was back in like the 2008, 2009. They were just terrible, and the Celtics were up by 50-something points at one point. And now it's just like the Knicks are fucking good now, guys, but we still lose by 25 every game to the Celtics.
And it's not just as a fan talking. I mean, I think they have to be the absolute favorite, no, to repeat. Yeah. I don't think anyone in the league has really stepped up and said, "Hey, we're gonna like a front runner as far as who's gonna beat them." I mean, the West teams are okay, but I don't see it so far.
In the East, if there's two teams, unless the Knicks are getting back Mitchell Robinson, their best big man defender, probably over the weekend. Not to say that that's gonna propel us, but he is an elite defender, and that's where we have been struggling against the Celtics, against OKC, against the Cavs. I didn't see the Knicks struggling against the Cavs as much as they did, but they are. So against those three teams, they're 0-7. They're about 20 games over, but 0-7 against those guys. So in the East, for me, it's two teams. It's either the Celtics or the Cavs, unless the Knicks get their defense straight, because the Knicks' offense is elite, but their defense is.
I think Knicks Celtics will be a good 7-game series. It'd be a great 7-game series.
Yeah, what 4-game sweep Average victory 23.7 points.
I don't think it would be. I think it'd be one of those games where the home team just wins every game, and you're like tired of that shit. I can't just win one on the road. God damn it! Just
This
one
is
on
like
the road.
becoming a trend now. The Knicks are good, but you got the beast in the Celtics. The Mets are good, but you got the fucking Dodgers. Something's got to give here, man.
The Dodger thing is just
that's
out of control. It's out of control.
It's nuts.
And, you guys got to worry about the Braves too this year. They had a lot of injuries last year.
Yeah,
I think all those guys are going to. Yeah, I think they're going to kick in. You're gonna.
But do you think Chris Sale will be? We're all over the place, but that's fine. But you think Chris Sale? We didn't think he was going to come back and after all this crappy 18-game winner or whatever the hell he was in the Cy Young Award. I laughed at them when he signed him. If the Mets would have signed him, he would be 0-7 with a 12 ERA, like Verlander. He wasn't that bad, but he's bad. All right, and then you got in the West, OKC, and I gotta say the Warriors have looked so much better. I know Jimmy Butler, but when Jimmy Butler first gets to a team, that is the best version of Jimmy Butler you're ever gonna see. Dwindles down every single year until the cancer just spreads all over. But right now and we talked about this I think on the show. He's the guy that Golden State was kind of missing to give Steph, because Steph is old now, but he's dropping 56, 12 3-pointers. But so that and then the Lakers. The Lakers are 2 games away from the number 2 seed. And before this trade and before that, even right before the Luka trade, they had won like 8 out of 10 games. I made fun of it because I was embarrassed by the loss at the Garden, but they had won 8 out of 10 games or something like that. And since Luka's arrived, they're playing really well. LeBron, say what you will, but he is taking a step back, which finally, because you got this 40-year-old guy leading this damn team with 28 points, and like a routine night for LeBron now is still 26, 10-10, 10-8 at 40 years old. But you bring Luka in, they just beat Denver. Not Denver. They just beat Dallas, the old team. And I think out west, the OKC is deemed to be the favorite out there. But I would say watch out for the Lakers, and I would say watch out for Golden State, the 2 older teams. But OKC, if they stay healthy, they can outrun anybody. And an OKC Boston finals would be insane.
And I don't want to play the Lakers. That's just heart palpitations for 7 days. I don't need that. I don't need that in my life right now.
So I have a question, because for the 7 billionth time on First Take today, I listened on the podcast. I didn't see the faces and everything. They talked Jordan, LeBron. No matter what side of the fence you're on with this, I found one of the comments from Stephen A. Smith to be just like stupid. And how can you say something like this? No matter what side of the fence you're on, he said it doesn't matter what LeBron does, he'll never be better than Jordan. What if the Lakers win back-to-back titles and he gets to 6? That's a discussion, at least, right? It's not. I know you know, but at least you can. For those who say it's all about the rings, you can say, okay, it's really close. LeBron played 20 billion years, scored a gazillion points because of his longevity, his ability to stay healthy. He didn't step away from the game. So at least it's a conversation. But for somebody to go on TV and say it doesn't matter what this guy does, what if he plays till he's 46 and he continues at this level? Obviously, that's not going to happen. And he wins one more title than Jordan. Then what, Stephen A?
See, Stephen A is funny. He'll make 9 good points and then one completely ridiculous one.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I'm on your side. I'm on your side. There it is. There's that one point you just said, no, stupid.
And he's always about, what irritates me about him a lot is that he'll, like, you can make a point and he'll say, Tim, I agree with you 1,000%, but you left one big part off. and then go into his diatribe, whatever.
Yeah, it's. I said, but yeah, as far as the Barn Jordan, you know what side of the fence. Hello, Diana. How are you? I am
Hello,
on.
Diana.
I can't even see the fence. That's what house side of the fence I'm on. I don't even see the fence.
No, I get it. No,
the fence is in the distance. But yeah, if he were to turn around and win a couple more here at the end of his career, of course you got to put him in the thing. But yeah, I'm that old school guy.
But you know what? You the way what you just said. Another thing that Stephen A. Smith said that is a fantastic point is that the people who think that LeBron is the greatest of all time are so offended by being the number 2 player in all history.
Mm-hmm.
And the same true about Jordan. The same true about Brady and whoever you want to throw out there, Montana or Mahomes.
Yeah.
My goodness, God, you are in the top 3 of all time. You what a you son of a bitch! How dare you? that was a good point by him though.
My still favorite one is when Mad Dog said that Shaq's not even a top 5 center. That whole room went silent.
Deflated.
I thought they were going to kill.
Dog.
I thought they were going to kill him. I thought they were going to kill him. I was like, wow.
Mad Dog is all about everything before 1980. That's all the greats. He talked about. He was like, I don't want to talk about the Chiefs going for a 3-peat. It already happened. The Packers before the Super Bowl started, the 2 years before, and then they won the first one. So he was like, no, that's not even an argument. Whatever.
No, but if you're a smart fan, and you have to be, you got to understand. Like I said, I talk about it all the time. It's a different game. So when people start throwing out Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, it was a different game.
Yep.
They were playing.
It's got to be an era. We always got to talk about it in eras.
Yeah, because they're Bill Russell. These guys are playing 5 white farmers.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And here he is dominating. And as much as I love Bill Russell, it's true. I mean, if Shaq was around back then, he'd be scoring 70 a game.
Yeah. And and if you think about into the 90s and today, these guys are freak athletes.
Mm-hmm.
If you take some of the guys back then, like Jordan wouldn't be able to body many of the guys that he would body, with his patented little fadeaway jumper or whatnot. Not to say that he wouldn't be absolutely elite. I think LeBron would also be elite back then. But so many differences, because we're living in a world that doesn't exist. Because then you got to say, okay, can LeBron adjust to that era? Can Jordan adjust to this era? It's like borderline stupidity,
LT was asked that question about what quarterback was it? Was it Brady or somebody? Mahomes maybe? And he said, "What era are we playing in?" And he goes, "What do you mean?" He goes, "What era are we playing now?" Because I'll take Mahomes because you can't touch him. Back in my day, Mahomes wouldn't be shit because I'd be tearing his ass up every play. You know what I'm saying? So it's true. That's how you have to look at it.
Mad Dog mentioned, I think today, this week for sure. What's today? Thursday? No, so it was yesterday. He said, back if you go way back, you weren't allowed to touch the quarterback. Then they let you touch the quarterback. Then they let you kill the quarterback. Then they eased off of it, and now you can't touch the quarterback again. So it's all cyclical. So here we are back where you can't touch the quarterback.
Only sport that hasn't changed is hockey. Hockey is the only sport that hasn't changed.
Yeah, and that encourages fights.
That's right.
So Mad Dog didn't like it. Mad Dog didn't like the USA Canada fights. He said that they were orchestrated.
Of course they were orchestrated. Of course they were.
But what about the Rangers last year? Who were they playing? Where there was like 3 or 4 fights.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
It was like 5-on-5. No, didn't everybody just drop their gloves and go
during the skate around? They're like, "We're going to do this. Yeah, we're going to fucking do this. We're going to do this now."
Why would you not? If you're in the United States versus Canada with what's going on in the real world, why not? They're I'm not mentioning any names. Their politician gave it to our politician by saying you can't have our game or whatever. Stupid
And
Canadians beat
if
us.
we booed their national anthem, we'd be forget it. But they got away with it because they're all fucking nice Canadians. That's bullshit.
Yeah, they're all nice. I a long time ago, see, fucking old. 16 years ago now, I lived for a year on the beach, and we always get an influx of Canadians. On the beach, even worse. So where I lived in what used to be an old motel. I was right next to Trump Tower on the beach. Old motel with a bed that came from the wall. What are those called? Murphy
beds.
So it used to come down from the wall. It was a studio, and all the Canadians came. It was like me and 20 Canadians. Well, 15 years ago, Steve developed this into a business, shared his internet with 15 different Canadians at $50 a month. Bam, knock that out, right?
That's the way to do it.
Got to make money on them. See, I was doing tariffs before Trump was there in office. All right, so that's NBA stuff. Not much to talk about in baseball. Spring training. Your team can grow beards, Timmy?
I know, because Dave, I saw in the chat, Dave's like, why isn't Timmy talking about the Yankees? I mean, it's good. It's about time. That's starting to unloose that tight ass that they got. Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad. I can
but
go.
Captain's not growing one out. He said.
Because I can have I cheat anyway in the show. I'd always have a beard no matter what. Oh my God, I look stupid with no facial hair. So no matter what, but yeah, it's going to be weird to see some of these guys with beards. And you're like, wait a minute, this isn't right. This is what's going on.
What's worse is your new guy. What's it? Devin Williams. He just shaved. Literally just shaved. Poor guy.
It'll grow. By opening day, it'll be full beard again. I'm not worried.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good step forward for the Yankees not being such tight asses.
Yeah.
Like you look at it, like the Mets have a cool new jersey this year, right? They have a cool new logo or something. I saw.
Well, they're doing this thing where something's supposedly being unveiled on March 7th.
No, I saw it. There's something with the New York with the script. Isn't that
Yeah, the new alternate road jersey they bring back from the 80s.
I did that. I thought that was pretty cool. The Yankees don't do anything like that. They don't do anything.
Well, the City Connect jersey. You've said this on the show countless times that they're boring and whatnot. Which tradition goes to a certain extent, but maybe that's kind of like breaking down. Maybe you guys can get an alternate jersey now. Even little things.
When they had the Future Day, remember Future Day?
Yes.
Everyone had spaced out crazy. The Yankees had their jersey. Why? Because in a million years, they're still gonna be wearing the goddamn pinstripes. So why bother doing it? Have fun.
But they've been selling. The Yankees have been selling. Baseball's been selling the billion different colored Yankee hats for years and years and years.
Yep. The only thing I like
red.
Yeah, I like the no name on the jersey. It's the only thing I do like in tradition. Because it's the name on the front is more important than the name in the back. That whole thing. So I dig that. I dig that. So that's fine. But yeah, it's about time they loosen up a little bit.
Yeah. So. Only news that in Mets world is that two of their starters are down already.
Yankees too. Yankees.
Who's hurt over there?
Stanton's already hurt.
Oh well. Listen, our pitching rotation's not great, and we just lost Shomanaya, which might be what they're saying is not too bad, but
the oblique. He has the oblique.
Yeah, but they said it's a low level thing supposedly, but us in Metsville, we know that as soon as Frankie Montes went down, we knew All-Star break. We didn't even care to hear the news but in our group chat, All-Star break. So, but what's going on with Stanton?
Tennis elbow.
Both of them, right?
Both of them.
What is he doing? What is he doing?
I don't know what he does on the offseason. I have no idea what he does.
Milking cows for those.
I guess
watching.
So.
That's what I was doing.
He's fragile. He's been like that since. I never liked him.
Oh, he was that way before his MVP season and after his MVP season.
That's why
he played the Mets every year.
I can't wait for the show again. He's a
380.
He's the first one to go. when I
Who's
get
on the
shit.
cover? I forgot.
I forgot too. Hang on, I can show you right now. But yeah, he's the first one.
Oh, the future Met, Paul Skeens.
Yes.
It's gonna be a me and you battle
It
until
is.
he's Yankees or Mets. Where's it gonna go?
Yeah, but I want Libby Dunn. I don't care about Paul. I want her to be rocking Yankee jerseys for the next couple of years.
So there's 3 different versions. So you can get a Paul Skeens, Gunnar Henderson, or Ellie De La Cruz.
I'll stick with Paul. I'll stick with the regular Paul Skeens one.
I'm just looking to see if. Oh my God, there's some definite busts in here.
The only
They have some.
The only time I ever bought like the super deluxe edition was the Jeter one. Because I wanted the whole package and I saved it. I have it all boxed up.
I have. Everybody, I am probably weird for this. I don't know why I have them, but I think I have every MLB The Show for PS4 or PS5 since like 2014. The case and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But so MLB The Show debuted in 2006. Here are the cover athletes. They started off really well. Why did they go back to back with the same guy? So David Ortiz, I know you don't like that. David Wright was 07. Ryan Howard 08. They gave you 2 Red Sox in the first 4 years, Timmy. Dustin Pedroia was 09. Then back to back Joe Mauer. Oh, that dude was great. Adrian Gonzalez 2012. Andrew McCutchen 2013. Miggy 2014. Yasiel Puig. I would call that a mid-level bust. These other guys are stars.
Before any Yankee, Yasiel Puig.
That's right. You have Josh Donaldson, 2016. You guys hated that guy too, didn't you? When he played for the Blue Jays?
Yeah.
And then he played for you guys.
Yeah. And he sucked.
2017 was Ken Griffey Jr. 2018 was Aaron Judge. Only took 12 years for the first Yankee. Wow.
And then we got him and Gina go back to back?
Well, you know, this is just a regular special
Yeah.
edition. I don't. That's not on this list. All right, so Aaron Judge in 2018, Bryce Harper 2019, and then this is probably the biggest bust out of the list, and that's Javier Baez.
Yeah.
2020. He was really good then. He was with that Cubs team. And then he came to the Mets, was a douche, batted 290 for the Mets through that stretch, but he was a douche. He like turned everybody against Lindor. It was a disaster. He got the hell up out of there. Lindor's back to MVP status, loved by the fans, adored. So that's one. Tatis 2021, Ohtani 2022, another Yankee, not then. Jazz Chisholm 2023, Guerrero Jr. 2024, and then this year is going to be Skeens, Henderson, or Ellie De La Cruz.
I'll get the Skeens edition. First day.
Future let's call him just future New Yorker.
Stanton's gone. First.
Traded.
I put the game on. He's gone. I don't care who you get traded. Maybe I'll trade him for Skeens.
Need a bucket of balls. Bucket of balls for that.
By the way, I just read too that I know it's a mixing genres. WWE Day was announced at Citi Field.
Mm-hmm. We went over that's the Yeet Mr. Met bobblehead that I sent in one of the chats. They unveiled. They have like a Stranger thing. They have a lot. We talked about you, me and Keith on the show. We said we're gonna have to contract you to head out to Citi Field a couple of times.
Contract me, man. I'll go do it. I'll get there at 4:00 to make sure I get those things.
They got some good days. Stranger things. I forgot what else they have, but some good events this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to that WWE one. I'm gonna go to that because they said they were giving away special edition stuff too if you buy through this one site.
They said some of the they expect some wrestlers to be out there. Also,
I'm sure they will be.
Yeah. But yeah, because the Mets, in baseball historically is like a year behind. But the Mets were went to the National League Championship Series, 2 games away from the World Series, and 18th in baseball in attendance. So if that holds true, where we're a year in the rear, this should be a good year, because 2022 the Mets were 6th in baseball after the 2021 good year, and then you brought in Verlander and stuff, and that failed. All right, so I think what we'll do, we'll save the QB wheel. Hopefully Ant can join us next week. We'll we'll have a better kind of idea of what's going on. This is going to be a more like a tongue in cheek, where are these guys going type deal.
I think it'll get done probably before the combine's over.
That I don't. Yeah, right. So we'll have a better kind of understanding, but that's all. It's weird that stuff is like overshadowing the combine right now, a little bit, because depending on what happens with Stafford dictates what might be the first. Where do the Raiders pick? 6, 7? So if he goes to the Giants, it's a massive impact on draft. If he goes to the Raiders, it's a massive impact on draft, because then maybe Shador drops to the Jets or something. A lot of madness, a lot of implications out here. All right, so we'll wrap it up here we covered NFL, some NBA, and more baseball than I expected. That was a nice little path down baseball. I want to try and get out to a couple of the Cloverfield. Seinfeld was there today. It was like Legends Day, except for Carlos Beltran was there.
Not for nothing, you should try to come up for the WWE Day.
What day is that?
It's
in July.
It's in July, I think.
My son is begging me to head up and to go back to City. He loved it, and that was a long time ago that he went. It did not end well for the Mets that night. It was what's his name?
But that was when I was there that night, right? That was the same night.
No, that was no. Oh wait, so we have been. That was 2019. No, okay, 2019 against the Phillies, we lost. The last 2 games I went to Citi Field, they lost. Son of a bitch. One was the one that we were at separately. That was the night that it was Seinfeld night, and they had Seinfeld roaming, and so he was there today. Beltran was there, and then very, very randomly, Victor
Von Doom.
Yes, Zambrano. Remember the Zambranos?
Yes.
So Victor is the guy we got from Tampa for our elite level pitching prospect, Scott Kazmir, back in like 2003, that everybody was like, oh my goodness, how could he was a mediocre guy. Mets were trying to win that year. 20 years later, wholeheartedly agree with the trade.
Yep.
All right,
he's average at best.
He was average at best. He used to get killed too, Kazmir. And oh my God, Met fans were insane over that. They're always insane. All right, that does it for us. Timmy, what you got here on the way out, sir?
Just too sweet. We'll be back sometime this week. We got the Elimination Chamber coming up. AEW's actually been quite exciting. I'm sure Dave was glad to hear me say that. They've been putting on better shows lately, which is good. We'll be back with that, and we'll see you next week with our quarterback game, which I love.
Yeah, we'll have fun with that.
And 56 days to the draft, baby.
Yes, sir.
And my girlie's coming back too.
LT days till the draft. LT days to the draft. From me, we have a bunch of different screenings that are going up. Novocaine is coming up in a bunch of different cities here: Atlanta, Charlotte, Raleigh, Minneapolis. I think that's it. Some new Netflix screeners that are be coming out. You got a new Bert. What's his name? From was he Barstools?
I don't know how to say his name, but I know he's talking about.
He's got a new comedy special coming out. That's on Netflix. Love on the Spectrum's coming out on Netflix. Another Running Point Kate Hudson, like she's the new owner of an NBA or the whatever the generic version of the Lakers is, so they don't have to pay money for the rights and stuff. And then March 10th, I'm very much looking forward to this, Timmy. March 10th, new documentary on Netflix, Osama bin Laden, American Manhunt, behind the scenes, killing motherfuckers out there. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, these documentaries have been getting hardcore, so that's awesome.
Yes, it's 3 episodes, a 3-part series, talking about how the entire world mobilized to hunt down bin Laden. It was over the course of obviously 10 years or so. So that is coming out soon.
Will they show the body?
They should.
They should. It's so far
just dangling out over the ocean.
So far gone. They might as well just show us. At least when they pop.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Like that's pay-per-view. I'd pay money to watch that video.
Guys, he's got his wife. He took his wife as a hostage. He's like, I'll pop the wife.
Yeah. Done. Badasses.
They're
what
like,
we do.
They're like, we don't care. Pop them. Remember that night though with baseball, all the baseball.
Good Mets and Phillies.
And I was like,
the crowd was. I remember getting texts saying, the president was going to speak. We didn't know what it was going to be about. Then rumors were about it was bin Laden. Then Mets and Phillies was a Sunday night baseball game. You're right. Crowd started chanting USA. Couldn't figure out. Everybody's on their phones. That was what a great night. Was it May 21st or something like that?
Bill Burr got a new coming on Hulu next week.
Bill Burr. He was just on Smartless with Bateman and them. Good episode. There's another documentary called Gone Girls, Long Island serial killer stuff. So whatever documentaries out there, I'm in. And then have you ever watched the show You?
No.
I watched the first season. It was good. Started watching the second season with the wife. I was done. Tapped out.
YOU or like
YOU.
Okay.
YOU. There's a really funny.
I never even heard of it.
Oh, it's a creepy. Terzio join in with a couple of minutes left here.
Terzio,
it's a stalker type of a show, and the first season I thought was really good, but the second season got out of control quick. My wife confirmed that it's still out of control, but she's too into it.
She's heavily invested.
So I believe the final season's coming out, season 5, in April 24th. So bunch of good stuff coming out on Netflix. Terzio, what's good? I don't know, man. Go back and watch the show.
Terzio, I'll meet you at Citi Field for WWE Day. How about that?
Look at that. What a mashup that would be if I can get there. Me, you, and Terzio.
We'll get Mello to come. He'll come for a weekend.
Why not? We got a new Jason Statham flick coming out. It's more than one word. It's called A Working Man. The Red Band trailer is out now. And then obviously Stranger Things at the end of the year with 30-year-old people playing the kids now. John Heyman said the Yankees have no money, says Terzio here on the way out.
They don't.
I feel like they have
no money.
Like they have some money.
They have no money. We're broke.
I feel like they have a couple of bits of coin here. Yeah, Terzio, if you would have listened to the Put in the Book show last week in Spring Training, me and Keith outlined all the different special days that are coming up at Citi Field.
WWE Day. It doesn't mean they're going to be wrestling there, but they're going to have wrestling type.
They should in between 7th inning stretch. Should be a squash match.
They should have a fight starting in the first inning and go up and down the crowd for the entire 9 innings.
Little yeet. Well, listen, Timmy. After finishing 18th in attendance last year, I hope there's no room to wrestle in the crowd.
Up and down.
Wrestle in the ped. Oh, on the Shea Bridge, man, that would be great.
It would be great.
Look at the ideas that we come up with here on the show. All right, that does it for us. We covered a bunch today. We'll keep you updated on what's going on in the world of sports and all that good stuff in the group. Terzio, go back and watch the show. Peace. We didn't talk about his Jets at all, but we will next week when we talk about the quarterback wheel. Peace out, everybody. 1-800 Steve has got plenty of money. Not this Steve. Later.
Mahomes swings it. Start the party, Los Angeles! Your Dodgers have won the World Series! Batter number 18 has been secured. Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup!
Acknowledge me!